Okay, third category is transportation. That's a big one. So I've talked a few with my ideas, some of the bike advocates, some motorists, and we had a few, interesting conversations. So I'll throw it at you anyways. So one idea is for especially wintertime with the TTC, and now the Ontario line is going to be built. It's going to take a couple of years, probably a bit late as usual, like the rest of them, unfortunately. But it's going to be happening, and we see every winter when the subways break down on Young Line, especially between Bloor and University, you're stuck to like sardines. You go up there, upper level, you're taking buses. So how about make Young Street just strictly designated as between rush hour, between the morning and the evening, say 4:30 to 6:30. Make it only for bus lanes, bike lanes. Make scooters. That's another story category, and buses, express buses, routine buses, and no taxis, no deliveries between that time, because all the construction going on right now. So, for example, like for the scooters, it's another category. I want to make scooters legal. I've heard a lot of rough about it. People say they're gonna run down senior citizens. I lived in Milan for 2 years in the military. I took a scooter every day to work, except taking a car to the airport to leave, and they have less accidents there. It's a culture that's been there for a while. Scooters everywhere, scooter taxis. That's another thing we talk about was electric. Electric's coming in, whether you don't accept it or not. It's part of the society. It's here, and we got to adopt it. And people are stuck in their ways. I'd like to ask, cars and all. I got a car, but I'm thinking like in future electric taxi vans. We had already carpool downtown, long gas uh, longer gas fumes. I can't really. Bike lanes. Oh, elected. I say this right now. Let's complete the bike lanes. Enough of the deputations and people sacrificing time. Presenting their case and why it should be done. It's successful. We already have the Danforth. The Young Four line's been passed. It's going to extend it. Hopefully, Eglinton soon. So instead of always having deputations for each category, now they want to extend the Danforth. That's another project. The Kingston area, Eglinton, going east. Just make it complete. Make every bike lane complete. Complete the whole thing. Be done with. It's a success. They already have the stats. They don't have to keep going and check out the stats and the analyzation for the next bike path. If it's already successful in one area and it's growing, extensionally, it's growing. Bike lanes increased when you put it there, no matter what. People say it's going to cause traffic delays, going to cause responsive ambulance and fire service. They already talked about an IE meeting. They said it doesn't make a difference, big difference. It doesn't matter. So let's complete the bike lanes. I say that. Complete the bike lanes and tear down the Gardner. The Gardner has got to go. You're going to make a green economy. You're going to have this beautiful wetlands area all delved up in the Keaton Channel. They're working on, rivers, clean up the area. So you're going to have this ugly new ramp put there. It's gonna look ridiculous. Seriously, just ridiculous. Get rid of it. Get rid of the Gardner. Recycle all that material. I made a suggestion earlier, and complete the Scarborough Junction. Instead of wasting all that and just throwing it away. That's just an idea. What else did I talk about? Let's see. Taxis, business corners, optional shuttle buses, bylaw pass, scooters. Scooters, pass the law, let them ride on the road, advocate for public safety, educate the public. It's big as education, culture right. Just like we did the COVID, the distancing, culturize people, educate them, about safety, a lot of gruff about bikes and scooters, especially scooters, like mopeds. We ever had mopeds or rails, so the difference between a moped and a scooter is size and consumption, right? So what else? So by 2023 they want to make, 2030 they want to make everything electric, about at least 90%. That can still be doable. We just got to get our rears in gear. Should have been done 2015 start, but we've been delaying it, putting it off for another time. The time is now. I went to Walmart there last year. They had 5 stations for electronic charging stations. Now I go back there, they've got 20. And that's great. It's just increasing. And then, and eventually, got to change the culture. In some cities it's done. People say they want to have no cars in the city. Well, that can be done, but not right now. It takes a while to get used to changes, and people don't like change, especially with cars. So we can work with the city, work with transportation, and find a way to work with bikes, cars, a lane and pick proper lanes. Like some lanes that reduced to one lane with bike lanes, like some I don't agree with. Like I'm example Woodbine, like what happened to Woodbine. Two lanes became one lane, bike lanes, which is fine. Then became parking spaces. That I didn't agree with. So that's still negotiable. We can do something about that and maybe change it. So more analyzation, more conversation. That's what it's about. Sharing ideas. So that's transportation. Let's see here.